this is yet another interesting area. Work. There's a lot of burnout. I keep talking to some of my former colleagues in the company that I was working, and they all ask, how do we quit and do something like you? I have some of my ex telecom friends here. Joshua has also moved off. They all ask, how do I come out? It looks as if it is very good to be in a large company, travel around the country, have nice stay and food and all of that. But they say, no, boss, we want to become like you, because there's a lot of burnout. And the other important aspect is loss of meaning. Now, it doesn't end there. It goes on to one more final thing that they are saying is going to rule the world: artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is starting to throw people out of jobs, but it's going to do much more damage in the future. When I think of artificial intelligence, the person who comes to my mind is Neelanan, actually. Anand, why don't you come front? Why don't we talk a little bit about this? The individual level, digital adoption, and artificial intelligence. How do Christians who know the word, who can follow the word, handle this and influence others to live a good life as well?
I must begin with a disclaimer. I'm really not an expert of AI. I just try and follow and keep abreast of what's happening. Taking a cue from Carol's initial format, I don't think it is, should I follow Christ or should I follow artificial intelligence? I don't think the dichotomy is there. I think Christ followers have to take that seriously, engage in that space. I think that's very important. Of course, you have people, proponents of AI, who are not Christian or probably atheistic in their outlook. They promote a completely different picture of the whole thing. It might even come to idolatry, where we worship our creation rather than the Creator, as the book of Romans would say. So those threats are there. And sometimes people want to put all their eggs in the same basket, hoping that AI will deliver us. So there are people who talk about AI going to give us immortality, as it goes on for AGI and ASI, transhumanism, so we can beat physical death because we might have a silicon-based body and all that. And it seems nice to read. But even in that futuristic offer they made, a big mistake is they assume all else is well with human beings. If sinful human beings would live forever, that's going to be hell on earth. Sin is the issue, not the longevity or permanence. And the Bible actually addresses that. God saves us from sin, and God also gives us an eternal life. So I think we need people in the AI at all levels, the technology side, and the church need not be afraid about this. But I don't think all of us have to go towards that side. I think depend on the individual calling and gifting. We need to be wise as well. I made the last statement simply because the education system is moving completely towards AI. The core engineering subjects are kind of taken a back seat in some colleges. They don't have that anymore. That seems a little unreal. How are you going to handle the demands in the future? So yes, I think Christians should take that seriously, and we don't have to shy away from that. Like in any other field, unless you have a Christian witness in that domain, you're not going to see a change that the Bible envisages. Yeah, so we can't just stay back, as someone said earlier, and keep complaining about what's happening. We need people to actively engage and make a difference at different levels in that domain.
Thanks, Anand.